Good morning. Welcome to yoga. So today we are going to be doing a little bit of yoga flow, and we're going to be focused a lot on balance and a lot on opening up our hips. So I hope you enjoy this practice. Remember, at any time, if you need a break, you can come down into that child's pose. And also, if you need to take any of the supported poses, which I do tell you about, please choose to take those supported poses because I'm going to be starting in regular yoga today. So we're not modifying the beginning sections. All right, so we're starting at the top of our mat. Bring the feet underneath your hips, standing up super tall. Reach those fingertips down and away from the body. Roll your shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Make sure your shoulders are over your hips as you grow tall, and if it feels good, close your eyes. As always, we start off our practice just with an awareness of our breath without changing it. We just follow it in and out. Good. As we do that, we find that our breath ends up slowing down just automatically. It begins to deepen and calm. And when we breathe in this calmer way, it has all sorts of automatic responses through the whole body, even lowering the heart rate and soothing our systems. Good. Keeping the eyes closed, bring the nose over towards the right shoulder, keeping your chin parallel to the ground, and just pull your nose all the way around as far as you can, and then gently come to the other side. So we just want to be very gentle, making sure that there's no vertebrae that are catching as we look side to side, just going at the pace that feels good for you. Nice. Good. Bring the eye line up to center. As we inhale, open the eyes, reach those fingertips up to the sky, reach over to the side, lengthen through the fingertips, and then lower the body, drop the shoulders, coming to the center and roll back up. Good. Inhale, reach it up tall. Lift up and then take it over to the side, lengthen as far as you can, and then drop the arms, roll the shoulders, come to the center, and come on back up. Good. Inhale, reach up nice and tall. As we exhale, lead with the heart. Follow all the way down. Good. Hang down between the thighs. Let your heads hang heavy. Let your shoulders hang down by your ears. Bring your hands up towards your elbows as you come into your ragdoll pose. So either just gently rocking side to side, or maybe rocking forward and back. Or maybe you just want to stay still. That's also fine. But keep your breath long, gentle, slow. Good. Lower the hands down to the ground, and we're going to lift up into a halfway lift. Draw the line up the legs, lifting up the shoulders in line with your hips. Squeeze your shoulder blades back, and then push your sitting bones a little higher to extend the length of the back of your legs. Now bend your knees, keep your knees over your toes, hands come to your thighs, tuck your tailbone under, and roll your spine the rest of the way up. Take your breath up at the top, reach those fingertips. Bend your knees, hands come behind your back, interlace your fingers, reach down towards the ground, squeeze your shoulder blades towards each other, and then take your eye line up. So you really want to open up the chest here. Good, and then keep the hands stuck together as you float the body down and allow the arms to hang up over your head. Good. Now just gently let the arms come down a little closer towards the floor. Keep your breath long and gentle. And slowly bring your hands back towards your bottom and float your hands down to the ground. Good. Inhale into your halfway lift. And exhale, bend the knees and roll the rest of the way up. Good, take that breath at the top, reach the fingertips up and exhale, hands come to heart. Good, bring the feet in so that the feet are directly underneath you. Inhale, reach up. As we exhale, step your left leg all the way back, coming into a high crescent lunge. So we're going to lift that heel up of the back leg and sit into the front leg. So we're just going to come down as low as you can to get that lovely stretch through the back leg, but also being aware that we're not completely warm yet, so you don't need to go down too deep. All right, inhale, reach it up. And then open the elbows, squeeze them back, lift the heart. Good. As you exhale, reach the arms forward. Inhale again, back into cactus, squeeze those elbows back. And this time, exhale, hands to heart as you push onto that front leg, coming into your warrior three. So lift the back leg, find your balance first, and then when you are ready, reach the arms either behind you or you can reach them out to the side to help with balance. You can even reach them up overhead. So whatever works for you, find that balance. Good. Now we're going to sweep this leg in towards the chest. Find your balance again. Hold the knee in tight. Push your bottom forward. Flex this foot. Now, if your balance is a little off, then just work on the balance here, maybe keeping this leg a little lower down towards the ground. But if you can, let's take that arm all the way around. Let's find that twist through the shoulders. And then if you want to challenge your balance a little more, you're going to take your eye line all the way back towards that backhand. Know that that is going to really challenge your balance. So just be careful and come on back. You're going to swoop that leg all the way back again into your warrior three. This is a lot of balancing on one leg, so you might really be feeling it in your supporting leg. And step it back, coming back into that high crescent lunge. Lift the fingertips up, drop through the legs as you pull the arms back as far back as you can and lift your heart up towards the sky. Good. And exhale, hands come to the heart, face forward. Inhale, reach it up, rotate the body, coming into your warrior two. Push your knee open, lengthen through the fingertips. We're going to drop the back hand either towards the back leg as we come into peaceful warrior, or if you choose to, wrap your hand around your back in a half bind and push into that front leg as we reach this arm all the way back. Keep pushing forward into your right knee. Good. Bring that arm back up. Elbow comes to your knee. Reach this arm up and over, lengthening towards the front of the room. Now I want you to focus on the right-hand side of your body, not to scrunch it. We want to lengthen it. So keep both sides of the body absolutely equal as we push down deeper into that front leg, opening up the knee. Good. And back into warrior two. Palms come up, inhale, lift, and turn your toe to the side. So both toes are here. We got parallel feet as we exhale and fold all the way down. Good. You can grab hold of your legs should you choose to and just gently apply some pressure coming down. So we're still warming up the back of the legs. So just be gentle here. And you might want to rock your hips side to side, keeping both knees straight. We're just going to rock gently. Good. Keep breathing. Good. Bring those hips back up to center. Maybe give yourself a little extra squeeze here. Try pull your head down towards the floor. And then ease it up. We're going to walk our hands over towards the left leg, so the leg at the back of your mat. Bend your left knee. Use your elbow to push that knee open as you drop your hips down, bringing your body parallel to the ground. So push into the outer part of your right foot. Left knee is opening wide so that it's over your middle toe. And if this is a challenge, stay there. But if you can, let's open up the left arm up towards the sky, twisting through the shoulders, and that's going to give you a deeper stretch through your right inner thigh. Float that hand down and walk the fingers over to the other side. Push that knee open again, drop your hips, lift up the shoulders, push into the outer part of your left leg. Hold that stretch, and then if and when you want to, you can rotate, taking the eye line and the hand up towards the sky. Good, and float it down. We're going to keep this knee bent, turn your toe and face forward. Now you have the option here. Oops, sorry. You have the option here to drop that back knee to the ground. That's going to give you extra support. But if you can, keep that back knee straight. Hand comes to the ground here. Use your hand on your knee to rotate the shoulders all the way around. Now you, of course, have that option to extend your right hand up towards the sky, or to come into a half bind by wrapping your arm behind your back. Good. Inhale, reach that arm up. Exhale, float it down. And then you're going to push into your hands and slide your knee onto the ground as we come into our pigeon pose. So lower your back knee to the ground if it's not already on the floor. Your knee is on the floor, your foot is on the floor, and you're going to slide that back leg back, pulling this hip down towards your foot, coming into pigeon. Good. So we're just going to sit here for a moment, maybe close your eyes, bring your journey inward. You can remain seated, or if you prefer the stretch, lying over that front leg, feel free to come into that. So really, it's always about what feels good for you. Good. If you're lying all the way down, come back up onto your hands. We're going to push into our back knee and pull the leg to the back. So we are going to lower ourselves all the way to the ground. If that is not possible for you, then come into a child's pose. Wait there until we all meet up in downward facing dog. So squeeze your elbows into your body. Exhale, lower all the way down. Try not to let your hips touch the ground first. Squeeze your elbows in, coming into your mini cobra. Lift the chest up without crunching the back of your neck. And exhale, lower. We're going to push up onto all fours. Tuck the toes under, and everyone meet up in downward facing dog. Now we don't need to pedal the legs here because we have already warmed up the back of the legs. But if you want to, feel free to. Pull your shoulders away from your ears, spread your fingers, and then draw your ears further through the arms so that your ears become in line with your biceps. You'll take a moment to lift your sitting bones up even higher, to tense up the muscles through your back, to push into your fingers. Then inhale, lift up your heels, bend your knees, look at your hands, and step or walk to the front of your mat. As you inhale, lift up into a halfway lift. And exhale, bend the knees, roll the rest of the way up. Take your breath at the top, reaching up nice and tall, and exhale, hands come to the heart. Good. Coming to the other side, we're going to inhale, reach, step your right leg back, coming up into your high crescent lunge. Push down into that front leg, lift up the back heel, keep the feet parallel, open up into your cactus, squeeze those elbows back, lift the heart. Inhale. Exhale, reach it forward. Again, inhale, cactus. And exhale, reach it forward. One more time, inhale. And exhale, reach, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, up, let's rotate into warrior two. Open up your knee, reach your fingertips, lengthen. Bring your hand behind your back, palm comes up, and reach it up and over. Good. Keep reaching. Bring your elbow to your knee. Coming into that side angle pose, we're going to reach that arm up overhead, reaching it towards the front of the room. Lengthen through both sides of the body. Good. And come on back up into warrior two. Palms come up. Good. Inhale, straighten that front leg. Turn the toe and float all the way down. Good. Hold it here. Breathe nice and deeply. Good. We're going to bend the knee of the right leg, but this time drop your hips down as low as you can, pulling that toe up, bringing your hands to your heart if you can. Good. Breathe deeply. Now we're going to transition to the other leg. However, if you need to touch the floor to help you get over to the other side, feel free to. But if you can, try and come over just with the strength in your legs. Not easy, but it's a challenge that I know you can work towards if you can't do it today. Good. Hold it there. Hands come to the floor, rotate the body, coming into your low crescent lunge. So bring your hand onto the inside of your foot. Remember to drop that back knee if you need to. Hand comes to the thigh, rotate the shoulders, taking the eye line up and back. Good. If you choose to, extend your arm up towards the sky and you can wrap it behind your back in a half bind, dropping your hips even lower. Good. Reach that arm up, float it down towards the ground, and then push into your hands. Slide your foot and your knee onto the ground as you slide your leg back down on towards the mat. Good. Roll that hip around so that your hip is facing down towards your foot, and then take the choice of sitting up tall or lying down over your leg. Good. Breathe. Again, close your eyes if that feels good for you. When we close our eyes, it really just allows us to feel a little bit more accurately. We're a little bit more sensitive to what's going on within us, the sensations, the emotions, the thoughts. Let your body melt down a little deeper into the stretch. Good. Push into your hands. You're going to tuck your toe under of that back leg. So either you are going to push up onto your knees into a plank pose on your knees, or straighten the knees and come into a full plank pose. Now, of course, if you need to come into child's pose, leaving this section out completely, we're going to lower ourselves all the way down to the floor. So squeeze your elbows into your body, rock over your wrists, drop your knees if you need to. And when you lower down, just make sure that your hips are not the first thing to touch the ground. Inhale into your cobra or mini cobra if that's better for you. And then everybody meet up into downward facing dog. Good. Let's aim to get those heels a little closer to the ground as you swivel your heels outwards so they're hiding behind your toes. Everything for the upper body still applies, so you're still doing everything we spoke about earlier. Lift your sitting bones and try and straighten your knees a little more. Good. Inhale, lift up the heels, bend the knees, look at your hands, and step or walk to the front of your mat. Inhale into your halfway lift. And exhale, roll the spine all the way up. Take your breath at the top and exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up tall. Take that left leg to the back. Reach the arms up. And exhale, float all the way down. Turn your toe to point to the outside of your mat, and then either drop your back knee to the floor or just roll onto the outer part of your foot, keeping that back leg straight, and then drop your hip. So you want to pull that hip as far around as you can, dropping it down to the ground and reaching your arm towards the back of the mat. Hold it there. Good. Now inhale, lift up, push into that front leg, reach up overhead, stretch out that side body, and exhale, push it back down. Good. Bring it all back. So point that front toe to the front, lift the back heel, and step that foot to the front. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, roll the rest of the way up. Inhale, lift up tall. And exhale, hands to heart. Inhale all the way up. You're going to slide the right leg back. Good. Now you'll notice the first round, we left out a little balance that we had done the first round. So we're going to add that in here. So push into that front leg. We're going to come into our warrior three. So push into the front leg, find your balance, lift, reach, hold, tummy's tight, bring your arms to wherever feels good for you. Good. Keep holding, keep expanding, keep lifting the belly, keep growing through the top of your head. Good. Once you've got your balance, you're going to pull that knee in. Pull your knee in nice and tight to the body. Flex that front foot, pull the knee in, grow tall. Now, if your balance is off, remember you can keep this leg lower down, but if not, pull it up nice and tight. And then we're going to add an extra challenge. So at each step, you can just leave out the step. So just come to the point that is a challenge for you and then hold in that and work on that challenge. Good. Now, if you can, take the eye line all the way around to that back hand. Again, challenging the balance. Grow tall. Good, and then bring it back. We're going to slide this leg to the back again, coming into our warrior three. Reach it as far back as you can. Lengthen through the body. This leg should be on fire by now. Good, and then step it back. Reach those arms up nice and high. Lift up as you sink down into the legs. Pull the arms back. Lift the heart up. Good, and then float the hands down towards the floor. Good, we're going to turn this foot so the toe is pointing out to the side. You're going to push into your right hand, roll onto the outer part of your back foot, and then let your hip dip down towards the ground, and then use the support of this leg to help twist through the body. Take the eye line to the back. Good. Keep trying to twist the hips around and then reach this arm up overhead. Push into that front leg or the leg that's crossed over. Reach, lift the hips up, feel that stretch, and dip back down. Good. Good. It's a nice balance. Turn around, coming to face forward. It's a nice balance of strength and stretch at the same time. Step that foot all the way to the front, hang between the legs. Inhale into halfway lift. And exhale around the spine all the way up. Reach those arms up overhead. Bring the hands over the head, grabbing hold of your elbows. Bend your knees, and we're going to come into our sunflower. So take the body over towards the side. Drop the shoulders, creating a nice big circle here. And because sometimes we get little catches in our ribs and our spine and our necks, just want you to be slow and gentle here. So just work out what feels good. Good. And then we're going to come over to the other side. Good. And come on up. Good. Reach those arms up. Float the arms down. Fingertips come to the floor. Turn your toes out as we come into our yogic squat. So hopefully you already are warm and feeling good in your hips. If not, then just come up a little higher. Bend your elbows, balancing on your knees, and just work on that inner thigh and your hip joint there, just by maneuvering side to side. But if you can, come all the way down. Keep those feet flat. Find that sweet spot that allows you to find your balance, to sit up tall, to try and pull your shoulders over your hips. It's not easy, so I can't do it. But that's what we're working towards, right? We're pushing the chest out, squeezing the shoulder blades back, pushing elbows into the knees and dropping hips down towards the ground. Good. Hands come to the floor and step behind you as you gently let your hips fall down to the ground. Otherwise, if you were in that other position, just come down into a seated position. Good. We're going to come into our Shavasana now, so feel free to lie flat down onto your mat. If you want to take a full body stretch, just reaching your arms and your legs away from each other, feel free to do that as you get comfortable. You can also do the Shavasana up here in a seated position with me. So wherever you are, just find a comfortable position. Close your eyes when you're ready. Take a deep breath in through your nose, smelling the beautiful fresh air of the ocean breeze. Notice how light it makes you feel, how it seems to cleanse away any tightness, any negativities and thoughts or emotions, and just leave behind a beautiful, light, airy feeling. You can hear the sound of the gentle waves as they gently roll in and roll out. And in the distance, there's the sound of children laughing. You feel the warm sun as it gently touches the top of your head and almost melts down over your body. You feel its warmth moving down through your head, through your shoulders and your chest. You feel it moving down to the tips of your fingers, down your body, through your pelvis, your legs and your feet. That warmth just seems to fizzle away any pain, any negativities, and just leaving you feeling so good, so free, so at ease. You bring your awareness down towards your feet as you feel the warm grains of sand as they mold around each toe and each foot. And as you wiggle your feet around, sinking deeper down into the sand, you feel the warm top grains as they cover your feet and the cooler sand beneath the surface. In your mind's eye, you look out in front of you, following that pure white fine sand, looking out across the beautiful ocean with the crystal clear waters rolling in and out. There seems to be a glow all around you as the sunlight sparkles and catches the waves. And you just allow yourself to get lost in this lazy day, taking full advantage of the beautiful textures, smells and sounds and beautiful sights all around you. You notice that each time you practice relaxation, it becomes a little easier and a little faster. Know that your skill is improving and that you can do this whenever you need to by focusing on your breath, focusing on your different senses and taking yourself away to a serene, beautiful, calming place. Know that it is time now to return to our daily activities. Whether you are seated or lying down, reach your arms up overhead as you wiggle your fingers and your toes, allowing sensations to return to the body. Take a nice deep breath in as you open your eyes, or at least lift your eyebrows. And if you're lying down, roll onto your sides, and whenever you're ready, there's no rush, just come up into a seated position. If you're already seated, bring your hands to your heart. Acknowledge the sensations moving through your body. Acknowledge the quietness of your mind, the serenity of all your senses. Acknowledge what worked well for you today and what maybe needs a little more practice. And then commit to yourself to take these emotions and these thoughts and this calm with you for as long as possible today. With much love and respect for all the energies that are within us all. Namaste.